Welcome back to another video, and today to take a look at the HDMI KVM Extender, link down below with more specifications and prices. But basically what we will be able to achieve with this kit right over here is the ability to control a certain device, either a computer, set-top box, DVD player, whatever device that we have, over a distance up to 150 meters just using one single cable. Now, if this is the solution that you are looking for, let's take a look at it. Inside the package, we will find the two units, the receiver and also the sender, a quick user guide, the IR blaster cable and IR receiver cable, USB type A to USB type B, power adapter, and two ear mounts just in case we want to mount the receiver or the sender to a wall or any other surface. Now, taking a look at the connections, starting with the sender side, we will find the power input, Ethernet connection, HDMI in, infrared in or out, and USB to PC connection. On the receiver side, we will also have a power input, Ethernet connection, HDMI output, infrared in and out, and two USB type A that we can connect a keyboard or a mouse. Now, one of the things that we will notice is that we only have one power adapter, and it is more than enough. We just need to connect one unit, doesn't matter which, the sender or the receiver, and then one will power the other one through a normal Ethernet cable. So in terms of connections, starting with the sender, we will have the power adapter in this particular case connected. Then we will connect the Ethernet cable that will go from one unit to the other unit, and we will be able to use up to 150 meters of cable. The HDMI cable right over here goes to the PC output or the graphics card, and the USB B cable will go to the USB type A port on the computer. Now, on the receiver side, which is where we want to have the image, we will have more or less the same connectivity. We will not use the power cable, as the power will come from the Ethernet cable, as we have seen. We will connect the HDMI output to our TV or to our display, the USB dongle to the mouse and keyboard, which in my particular case I'm only using one, and of course optionally the infrared cables, blaster and receiver if we are using any kind of device that uses a remote with infrared. And that being said, let's take a look at some examples. So here we have a small setup for the HDMI KVM, and at this moment, if I move my mouse around, you will see that I'm using this display, pretending that I'm far away from the office and I'm controlling that computer. The same with the keyboard that I'm using. Now, one thing that I want to show you, which is really cool, the receiver is only connected via Ethernet cable to the sender. So if I remove the cable, what happens is that I do remove access to the machine. I no longer have access to the keyboard or to the mouse because this unit right over here is doing all the work. Now, if I connect the Ethernet cable, which provides data and power at the same time, it will give me access to my TV screen, for example, on my living room, and I can just easily control my computer with keyboard, mouse or gamepad. And at this moment, one thing that we are doing is I've got a duplicated screen, but give me is the option to have a extended display as well. So it's really smart in that way that we can have an extended experience if this is something that we want, depending on the objective. So at this moment, I've got two displays right over here, which I can use through the data that is coming here. So it's not just replicating, it's actually telling the computer that this is a different screen, and we have connected the peripherals right over here. Now, in this example, I'm using a set-top box, in this particular case an Android box, connected to the sender unit, and then of course the receiver connected to the TV. Now I'm using a infrared remote, and we've got the infrared receiver right over here connected, and also the infrared blaster right over there, which will send signal to the Android TV box. And I'm actually going to turn the Android TV box with the IR receiver to that side. So I'm going to send the signal. And of course, we have an Xbox right over here pretending to be a wall to block the infrared signal. So right now I'm going to send the signal right over here, and it's going to control the set-top box right over there. So as you can see, just pressing right and left and down and whatever, and it works. This will work with a set-top box or with a DVD player or anything that uses an infrared remote. So right now we are one floor above and connected to the array HDMI KVM through the Ethernet cable, single cable. So if I disconnect right now, we will have no image, and if I connect it once again, it will do this wheel and we will have screen. Now I do have my dongle for the USB keyboard and mouse, and if I press right over here, the Windows pops up, and I was playing around and no noticeable delay whatsoever. We are with the resolution of 4K at 60 Hz, which is also really cool. And for example, if we want to play a game or use Windows on our living room, at this moment this is my kids' space playground, as you can see by the mess, but the computer is one floor above, and if we want to play games or use the computer on any way that we want, we can with the HDMI KVM. And as an example, we are here with Asphalt 8, and of course this is a game that we can play on any computer basically, but if you have a powerful computer, in my particular case on the office for example, and once again we are not connected directly to the computer, we are connected to the KVM, which connects to the computer and gives image and everything. I can control everything right over here. But as I was saying, if we want to play a more powerful game, just as long as our computer handles, we will be just fine. Now, once again, I don't feel any lag, any delays whatsoever. Everything is really instantaneous, like I was connected directly to the computer, which is one floor down below. So the experience is just awesome. Once again, I don't notice in terms of resolution any degradation of the image. 4K 60 Hz, everything just smooth and fine. And that is it, simple as this. So we can control any device. We have seen an example of a computer and also a set-top box, but any other device that we want, either with infrared remote or not, we will be able to achieve. Once again, link down below with more specifications and more info about the HDMI KVM extender. Hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did so, don't forget that usual thumbs up right over there, which is really appreciated right over here. Don't forget to subscribe for more news, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.